Parents.com. Got my boy Tony D in the queue tonight.
What's good? What's good?
What's going on, man? Just getting things started off for the weekend. There's another week. Here we are. How was your week?
Busy, not necessarily wild, but eventful. Just personal side, not so much business. Just I had a lot on my mind, a lot of things I was doing, so it went kind of fast, honestly.
Are you still off of that natural? I want to watch my words. I want to use my words wisely because you say something and then you become fodder out there on the internet.
Right.
Are you still on your natural high of with your son graduating and everything else like that?
Oh, absolutely.
That's cool.
I was very energetic last week.
Yeah, there was nothing wrong with that, man.
I was very crook. I was very hyped, but yeah, and I've been talking to him every day since. He's getting himself ready to do his trip because he's got a job lined up, and we're trying to make sure everything falls into place for him to be able to make it. And I'm trying to keep the backup in the event that he does it, but he's destined to go ahead and fulfill that obligation, if you will. So we've been in contact. He's positive. He's working on the career side of things.
That's good.
He's good, and I'm just, it was like I said, it was a load off. It felt like a blessing.
Of course.
So I've been feeling good. It's definitely energetic. It definitely gave me mental room to maintain some other plans and to keep progressing toward making sure he has nothing else to worry about. And if he has to come back, I could be there for him.
So tell me this much: being a parent of, recently newly minted, undergrad student, undergrad or grad student?
He was an undergrad graduate.
Undergrad. Okay. So, what are some of the thoughts on your mind about, your son graduating and then getting out there in this job market?
I worry about him, even though he's a grown man. And I say grown man because he's over 18 and now he's got a college degree. He's got to get out there and do what he needs to do. My biggest concern is him not being able to find what he wants, because a lot of college graduates, you have a plan, you have a focus, and then you have the determination to get it done. And if it doesn't happen within a certain time, it'll frustrate you and lead you down to depression and anxiety. With the things he had lined up, one of my homeboys had also told me to tell him to hit him up because he's a little bit in that field and he's willing to help him if he needs something.
Okay.
There's a lot of optimism in his area, but the biggest thing, and I know when I went to college, as a freshman, you already know what you want to do once you graduate.
Yes.
So your focus is to graduate. Your frustration is if things don't go your way. He's going to have a lot of drive. And it's not so much that I want to calm him down, but I want to make sure that his opportunities, number one, stay open. In the event that one doesn't happen, he has another way to go. I don't want him to lose his drive at all. That's my big thing. And push come to shove, I feel good that I have something in place in the event that he can't find something for a while.
That's good.
Good. Not everybody's able to do that. Like I said last week, a lot of parents couldn't celebrate like I celebrated last week.
Right.
For one reason or another. A lot of kids didn't have parents as excited as I was for him. So it's a whole lot emotionally, mentally that I was going through. And I'm glad you asked that question. I appreciate it because I got to put my thoughts into place by telling you how it is. So that's right. You just got to make sure that they don't lose. You don't want them to lose their drive ever.
That's true.
You want them to get stable. You want them to get comfortable, but you also want to make sure that they make it.
Hey, big shout out to John Ardmore. Thank you for tuning in. John, good evening to you too. We're talking with Tony D, and he's discussing recently about his son recently graduating from college. So I think it's so important to level set because my daughter graduated high school in 2020.
Right.
So she graduated high school. And of course, it was out of the ordinary, but that was for everyone. So that, I told her, I can understand you being emotional and being upset, and we understand it. We hear you, but here's how you got to move now. Right. But the one thing, Tony, that really gets under my skin is, the one thing that gets under my skin is that I do have to level set with her because she went through her first semester in college up here, because I think I was sharing it before. She wanted to go to historical black college,
Right.
and she couldn't. She couldn't because of the current state.
The current state of
The current state of the vaccine. Well,
right.
at that point in time, there wasn't a vaccine.
Right. What's
So,
up, Mike? What's going on, bro?
Mike, what's going
What's
on?
going on?
Chilling.
Man, just enjoying a Friday night, man.
That's good. That's good. So I just had to when I was saying I was trying to level set with her, not to steal her joy, but just to let her know what we're dealing with out here. And this is in 2020,
Right.
when I was discussing with her, and and she asked me about, hey, Dad, my major, and what should I do, and I'm like, you want to be in hopefully you're choosing a profession or a major that's going to lead you to a profession that's sustainable, that you're going to be able to survive out here.
Right.
And she was like, how will I know that? And by default, I can say, okay, let's look at what service-based jobs are here. Let's look at what types of jobs that, let's take a look over the last 10 years, what jobs were high in demand and what jobs have been offshored, or they're just offshored, outsourced, or just, no longer exist. Hey, Mike, do you want me to put you in portrait, or you're good like that?
I have no idea how I look on screen right now.
Oh, you look fine.
Yeah, I turned my phone sideways, so yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
The biggest thing I would have told her, bro, would have been look for something lucrative and look for something that's high demand. The combination of the two is where you're going to progress the most off of.
She was asking me again last night, and it was funny because so as a college student, she has one of those jobs where she works at fast food.
Right.
And she was just like, Dad, she said, the one thing I know is I don't want to do this.
Right.
And I said,
well, that's
okay,
a good thing.
That's a good thing. I said, she's like, yeah, I see people in here older than me, and this is their career. And I was like, yeah, this is their career. This is not yours. You don't have anything to worry about. And not knocking that the career those people chose. But, it's just, I don't know. It just concerns me.
She has to know what she wants to do. She's going to ask you what she needs to do, but she needs to know what she wants to do. I'll tell all of them, when I went to college, I wanted to be a fighter pilot and then go on to be an astronaut. I took engineering and flunked out bad. I'm not even going to lie.
Okay.
Science engineering kicked my butt. I am not a computer programmer. I got full respect for all your computer programmers, because that one part's wrong, it's all wrong.
Yeah.
Is an understatement. It is an understatement. You don't even realize how much work goes into like this program right here for this app alone.
Right.
And then the program for the computer to run the app. And then for the, you know what I'm saying? I learned all that. So I'm like, okay, let me sit back and fall back. I dropped out, got a job because I need to make money, take care of myself. She'll get a job. She'll make money. What she just said is key to what she's about to do. She knows she doesn't want to do that for the rest of her life. She sees the money she can make, but she knows she can make more. And she sees what other people are going through or where other people are at in life, which will give her a focus as to what she wants to do. Any dream she has, she needs to look into first, then look at that for college. After that, she'll have another idea. When she have another idea, she'll start running through all the schools here and there. Bo Adams said engineers are definitely crazy smart. Well, you're right. And I will say that engineers, they are very detailed, very meticulous, very focused, because you have to be for something to work right. And most people will not realize and or understand what it takes for anything to be made. And you will learn it in engineering, and I respect it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to. But she has to go through her dreams. Then she'll go through a focus. Then she'll see the money. Then she'll know what she'll want to do. And it's pretty much going to
Bingo.
be in those steps. You got IT as your background. I got aircraft mechanic as my background. This is a fallback to me not doing what I wanted to do, but I'm in the field of where I wanted to be. And I've actually even had an incentive flight on an F-16 about 11 years ago.
Right.
Dream job, mission accomplished, thank God, mom, everything, all that. When I got up there and I got the pilot of the plane, bro, I'm not going to lie to you. It was more than I could have handled. It was more than what I thought it was. I was almost glad I hadn't done it because I probably would have killed myself trying to do it in the first place. Straight up. So she's got to see it. She's got to. She needs an opportunity to do what she wants to do. Then she'll see what she'll need to do afterwards. School's going to be the books. School's going to cost money. Until she can put herself to a situation where she can do what she wants to do, she won't be focused.
It's true.
So walk her through those steps mentally. She'll start seeing opportunities. She'll start wanting to do stuff. And as a high school graduate, I hate to see people that took that year off, even though people do it, because
Right.
that year off is a change. My mother told me.
It's a gap year. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
My
but
mother told me that a long time ago. She said, if you take that break, you may not go. So go ahead and go. I was like, all right, cool.
it's true.
She was right.
That is
She was
true.
right.
That is very much true.
She was right. Because once you take that break and start making your own money, you want your independence. When you start your independence, you delay going to school. Your independence is going to last longer than your education, and then you're going to have a regret in the past. I learned that from older folks. Just get back in there and do it. Leave that other mess alone. Everything else is going to be there.
John was kind enough to share some of his thoughts. His daughter went to art school, ran into a situation in Baltimore, and is now waiting tables and making clothes
On the
on the
side.
side.
Yeah.
So even though she ran into a certain situation, she was able to adjust.
Yes.
And that's the one positive thing that I take out of John's comments, was he was able, there was a situation, they were able to adjust. Now she's
Making clothes.
she's making clothes, she's working, she's handling her thing, and I'm guessing she's waiting for a second act.
She's waiting for a better opportunity to come her way. She's almost in a, and I got what he's saying. I don't want to say she's stuck because she has something, but she's not where she wants to be. And mentally, that's going to mess with you.
What are some of the things? So what are some of the seeds that you're sowing, Mike, with your little one?
Well, more with her, she likes designing clothes, which is ironic that we were talking about that. I saw that at a young age when she actually takes her doll's clothes and actually she buys them. We buy them a certain way, and then she ends up cutting them and designing them another way. So,
Hey,
we've
Mike,
been watching that.
could you move over to your right slightly?
This better?
Okay, to your left.
The other way?
The other way.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got to be the other way.
Yeah, it's got to be the other way.
Is that better?
A little bit more. There we go. We got you.
All right. Now I'm behind my comments on my page, but there we go. But one thing I did notice about her, she liked to design things and she likes doing that. So I kind of, to me, I kind of try to champion those things for her. Sometimes it's hard because you don't see the actual vision because it's just not your thing. But I know it's her thing, so I try to champion that. And of course, with everything else, you try to expose her to different things in life to find out, so she can exactly find out what she wants to do, what she doesn't want to do.
Right.
And as she gets older, she'll be able to identify those things. Now, that's not saying that she will be able to identify the things 100%, because when I got to college, I thought I had some way to to actually, I thought I had a way I wanted to go. I wanted to be a sports agent.
Mm-hmm.
And that, and I'm like going through business classes. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to go through business class, get this marketing degree. Somebody's like, hey, you got to go to law school if you want to really represent somebody. I was like, at that point, the dream was all faded away at that point.
Right.
So I was like, nah, I'm not going to law school, not doing any of that stuff. So no. So ended up going get a marketing degree, which I've got it maybe 10 years 10 years too soon.
Gotcha.
honestly. Yeah,
Gotcha.
because I was in Nashville. In Nashville, it wasn't as it is now. So a lot more marketing jobs now in Nashville than there was at that point. There wasn't very many, if any, at that point, and they all were commission based more than likely, unless you moved to Atlanta or Dallas or New York. You weren't going to find any kind of base salary marketing job. So I came along 10 years before my time with a marketing degree that I've never used, not once.
Gotcha. Gotcha. It's. I will share this much. If I followed my schooling, I would probably be an accountant. And I just got to the point where, yeah, I'm not doing this. You just get to a point where I'm like, yeah. So, yes, I do taxes on the side. Yes, I do certain related tasks, but it just didn't excite me. It just didn't excite me, and it was just like it was one of those conversations where my dad was, he was in my corner. He was in my corner, and he was kind of like more like, do what you're going to do. We're going to support you, but you got to finish.
Absolutely.
You got to finish, and you got to finish strong.
Absolutely.
So
you see the comments down here said John told me said I should meet it. Said my daughter should meet his daughter. She repurposes things by altering them. Yeah, man. My daughter took a whole Nike. Now, I'm gonna tell you this one story. My daughter took a whole Nike hoodie that we bought for her, and coming back looking at it, I was like, okay. She basically cut the bottom part of it off. It was like a halter top almost, and with the hoodie. I was like, no, no, no. But Daddy, I looked at it and I thought it was this and thought it was that. I was like, oh my God.
That was a
No.
style for a minute, wasn't it, with the women?
It was a style that she wanted, and I was like, I love your drive for this, but you can't tear up all your clothes. How about you take your old clothes
Plus, you my daughter.
and
Take
you can
that off.
redesign those?
Yes. Yes. Hey, I do want to say hello to Gracel.
What's up, Gracel?
Thank you for joining us. Good morning to you. Good evening to you. And Gracel says having a dad in one's corner is so powerful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's really, really important. I mean, because mom is always there. I'm sorry. Moms are always going to hold it down.
Just true.
150% of the time. And when you have the dad coming in, and I'm not saying because we talk about this all the time on Late Night Parents, where, Mother's Day versus Father's Day. But, mom is always going to be there, period. But when you have the dad in there and the dad is holding it down, like he like he should hold it down, it just makes that person, a much more well-rounded person.
Agreed.
Hey, Ted.
Yeah.
When you were mentioning that just now, the first thing that came to my mind was the Chris Rock comedy special.
Yes.
Where you thank your dad. You can at least thank your dad. Thank you for paying that light bill. Thank you for knocking out this rent. And stuff like that. That had me crying laughing.
Yes. And a few of my friends, we talk about it because Tony and I are slightly older than you, Mike. Just slightly, just a smidge.
I might be
about 100. About 100 and about 155, man. I'm 29. I don't know what y'all talking about.
But it really is funny, when you start thinking about the big piece of chicken. You think about any of the Chris Rock specials. But I just think, it's just so important. It's empowering. It's uplifting when you can sit here and you're supporting your children like you should. And you can kind of just give them guidance, because I said to her last night, I said, listen, I can only take you so far. I can give you this guidance. Now you're going to have to step out on your own. And I said, we're going to always be there, but it's time. Here's the baton, and you got to run with it now. And she was like, okay, got it. And I said, you're here. You're under our roof. You really, I said, your part-time job is your part-time job. Go to school, get through school. And we're going to be proud of you regardless. Just stay off that stripper pole. And we both started laughing.
Word.
Oh man.
Word. Big facts.
But that's kind of the deal with that. You guys want to talk DMX? Oh wait, hold on.
That's my dog. Where my dog's at?
Wait, hold on. Gracell said, my dad recently passed. Well, Tony, you want to read that comment?
Sure. My dad recently passed. Was so incredibly strict, but I knew he was always in my corner. He didn't budge an inch, no matter what we wore or how we spoke. Now, no matter where I go in the world, his teachings and strength still remains. That is absolute key. Absolutely. Yes. And I respect that because like her dad recently passed, my dad passed last year and it killed me. I was talking about that last week, but I got his words.
Right.
I got a lot of his facial expressions due to my actions. I've got a lot of tone in his voice. Strong parents are essential to the kids, and you always do this as late night parent. I respect this because parents need to get up here and chop it up instead of vetting and tripping out. Never. We got to talk real on how we're going to do this generation. What she says right there can kind of take me over to what you were just talking about with the DMX thing. Did you see what Master P said about what we got to do with the next generation?
Enlighten us.
Yeah, he did an interview on TMZ, and he was emphasizing how much we could have helped DMX more with what his demons were. We got to do something for this next generation. What are we going to do? What she says right there, his teachings and strength still remains. We got to pass that on to our youth.
Yep.
We have got to pass it on to. Yeah, when y'all get a chance, everybody up here, go on TMZ, and you'll see what Master P talked about. I think it was yesterday when I saw it on Facebook.
I saw half of it. I didn't get to see all the rest of
it. Yeah, it was about 2 or 3 minutes long, but it was good what he said. He was talking big about hip hop, about helping people out.
Having a union.
Because we all know DMX has some major struggles. I remember when I watched his Behind the Music special 20 years ago.
Right.
And I was like watching him since because DMX had a whole lot of love. A whole lot of love. And I think I was telling what's your man's name? Oh my God. Lions Den. He broadcast earlier about it. And I put on there, I think the greatest pain that we have is as much love as we have for DMX, our love wasn't stronger than his demons. That is our pain because we had big love for his music. We had big love for his message. Everybody heard him. Everybody felt him, but he was still in pain. It was like, to me, it was like we were not enough for what he was going through. And it hurts because I wasn't even the biggest fan. I like maybe 5, 6, 7 of his songs out of all them albums, but I've listened to his songs and I already knew how deep he was. It wasn't a question. To me, he has gone from dog to a god now. We have got to put him as a hip hop god. In my impression, we have to. His passion is undeniable. His message was undeniable. He barely cut any shorts. The only time he cut shorts was when he was playing a character in the movie, and you could still see he couldn't even really do that character all the way because of how raw he was. You know what I'm saying? It's like how Big Daddy was. Big Daddy Kane was in Posse. He played it, but you could still see he was still Big Daddy Kane. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But DMX, man, he was. That brother is going to be missed by so many people in the world. We're going to go damn near on a Michael Jackson level, if you ask me. That cat, when he did Rough Riders Anthem, they had a broadcast that showed a concert he did, the Rough Riders Anthem, and they started a mosh pit out there in the audience. And the whole place was like Woodstock, and they were just going off, man. That dude had serious love. He had serious love. And with his past, we ain't supposed to love nobody with his past like that. But we love the transition he made.
Right.
We love the change he made. We love the fact that he gave you a message based on what he went through, and it was still killing him, but he ain't never tell you to do what he did. This is what I've been through. Now you should know better.
What's your thoughts, Mike?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Well, definitely was sad to hear of his passing. I know he definitely had a lot of demons, and you know, when you're dealing with addiction and things like that, you can take 90 to 100 steps forward, and you can always fall that one step, and that one step could be 105, and
It's
you could
true.
fall back behind.
It's true.
No matter how much love, and I get that, addiction is a hard thing to deal with, and it never really goes away. No matter how many years you could be sober or anything like that. So, I hated that his demons were the part of his demise.
Yeah.
I hate it, and definitely was as far as his music. I mean, 5 albums straight, number one. I
Yeah,
don't think that will be touched by too many.
Mm-mm.
Um,
2 platinums in
let's
one year,
see.
I think two.
Right, he had
Yeah,
"It's Dark as Hell is Hot" and what was the second
flesh of
one?
my flesh,
God,
blood of my blood. I think.
yes, yes, definitely, definitely. And his delivery, his conviction with how he rapped, and honestly, it was like it was poetry when he was rapping
Yeah,
in some of the songs. So that will never be that distinction, and how you knew it was him when
yeah,
he came on track. There was no thinking he was somebody else.
It's
You
true.
knew it was DMX, and you felt the passion with which he said every word. One song that I really sticks with me. I like Rough Rider Anthem. That's my favorite song,
Mm-hmm.
but the favorite song of his. But the song that probably had the most meaning of his is "Slippin'." "Slippin'" is probably
Slipping.
the most
everybody
beautiful
Yes.
says that.
song
Yeah, I'm hearing that a
that
lot.
he had.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen to the words. Trust me, it is very, very
It's deep.
meaningful. And if you know about how he came up,
Yeah,
and and to where how he came up in terms of this world, you would understand. You would understand how slipping is a very powerful and a very meaningful song.
It's
it
true.
had,
Check
it had
it
a
out
lot of
though.
rotation. That
Thank
was
you.
a heavy song. My favorite jam to me, man. Who We Be with the classic banger forever by him to
I
me.
still remember that. I still remember that.
Who We
And
Be
the funny
was
thing,
so hard. Yeah,
yes, I still remember that. And the crazy part about it that I remember so much is that I remember Head of State that Chris Rock had that playing the entire movie. The
between
entire
that and Bonnie and
movie.
Clyde.
Man,
I'm
love that. I love that movie because the soundtrack alone, I love that movie.
Yeah,
um what's my name? Where the hood at? Where I mean you can just reel off specific songs. I went to a concert at Radio City Music Hall. Um I would say this was somewhere between 2010 and 2015. I was at a concert at Radio City Music Hall. It was like a Rock the Bells type concert. So it was like all the old
Hmm.
school performers. So Eric Big Daddy Kane was there. Rob Bass, Easy Rock was there. EPMD was there. Rakim was there. Um,
Oh man.
but the thing was, the headliner was DMX,
hmm
and unfortunately, everyone was all hyped up all throughout the show because everyone had really tight sets. Got to DMX, and you could see something was not right because he was out there with um, uh, uh, kind of like a snorkel, like a full winter coat on, sweating bullets, doing push-ups on the stage, and I was like, "What in the world am I watching?"
Hmm.
And he got on, and the crowd started to disperse before
Wow,
he can even finish his set. And I was like,
Hmm.
"Oh man!" And it
wow.
was, it was one of those concerts where you're like, "Okay, I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting for him." And like, this is what, so the whole night was great. It was like maybe a 3 hour concert. And he got on there and it was just like a hot mess.
Wow.
And I was like,
Hmm.
really? And I remember getting on the train and going home that night. And I was just like, ugh. But we his life is it's been chronicled. His fight against his addiction and everything else like that. It's some serious stuff.
It was. It
I mean,
was.
not
I
not
said that
only was
behind the music did it for me.
addiction, not only was addiction, he also dealt with I believe he was believe molestation, I believe, if I'm correct.
I
I
don't
Oh,
know
believe so.
molestation. I remember him being abandoned. I remember when he talked
Hmm.
about I think somebody laced his cigarette or his weed, and that was the big one. I know he missed his grandmother. I saw that on the Rough Rider Chronicles on BET when he was talking.
Hmm.
But I always
Hmm.
tell people, man, if you ever watch that TV show Couples Therapy when he was up there, he was so real on that show. Oh my God. And I was like, dude is not playing about who he is.
right,
He is
right.
not
Hmm.
being a character on this reality show. He is truly and all the way totally being himself.
I remember when he was on Fix My Life.
I didn't see that.
Oh, Fix My Life was just like it was that show was just an utter train wreck. It was Yana Van
Hmm.
Sant,
Hmm.
and she would go around and trying to fix things, and then it was his relationship with his son, or I'm not sure which son it was, but it was with his son, and it was really 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 crazy. And people look at certain dysfunction as clickbait, and I'm like, yo, it's not even funny when he
Right.
was going through that type of stuff. But the most you could do is with his family, uplift his family in prayer. And it was just crazy because like for the last 3 or 4 days you've been seeing rest in peace DMX on social media. I'm like, did he pass? And people are like, no, he didn't pass.
Yeah, it started last night for me because I saw it pop up. And I posted it because one of my homeboys posted it. And I
Mm-hmm.
tried to catch myself. I said, wait a minute, let me do something because they were saying celebrities were dying. They weren't really dead at one point. I went
Mm-hmm.
on Wikipedia, they had him as deceased. I went on another site, they had him as deceased. 5 minutes later, it was gone. So I was like, okay, I'm going to pull it back down. Today, when I was at work, I saw one of my homeboys post. I said, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to wait. Then all the news alerts came up right behind it. Once the news kick it out, it's pretty much real because it was Apple News, then Yahoo.
Yeah, it hits the
Yeah,
AP.
all of them came up. I said, yeah, okay, now it's real. I started trying to put on CNN or go on the radio and see what they're talking about. Everybody's on. I said, okay, now it's real now because he had been struggling for the past couple of weeks with that stroke. And then it was like it was an overdose. Then people started trying to talk about he had the COVID shot, and that's what really happened. I saw nothing on the COVID shot. I saw
I
nothing on that,
mean,
but I knew.
Be right
to
back.
me,
Yeah, you good. I knew about the OD,
to
and I knew
yeah,
about the stroke. And I had a
that's
homegirl. She was up there, or she had some people up there, and they did a little prayer vigil for him last night up in
mhm.
Yonkers. So this dude, we already knew his demons. We was trying to help him fight, and he spoke on. He knew the love he had, man. He knew what he was trying to do. We knew he didn't give a damn. And he was going to be there no matter what. He was going to make it. But to see him die, like I said, I think his demons is harder than our love, and that's our pain. I think that's our pain straight up.
Hey, did you see the comments that Funk Flex made?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, he talked about it's a lot of people that were around him that were there weren't there to try to help him. I
Oh
thought
yeah,
that was an interesting comment from him as well. But I just find it interesting coming from Funk Flex because I don't know necessarily how to take him sometimes. So you know,
I mean, to
for
me,
what it's
Funk
worth,
Flex don't lie, and he been in the game for a minute. He know everybody in hip
mm,
hop.
I I'll say this: Funk Flex. I don't know if he lies or anything, but I know him and Charlemagne had something. Charlemagne the God had something for a while, and he brought out a lot of things about Funk Flex that probably a lot of people didn't know.
Yeah, well, the biggest thing I saw against Funk Flex was that payola mess back with Cash Money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of went
No,
downhill after that. That was the biggest thing I saw.
I think it was something talking about. I think Charlemagne the God was talking about him putting hands on women, but
Oh,
I'm
really?
not for sure. I'm not for sure if
My problem with
I
that, they using that against dudes so much now. I'm not
mhm.
saying it don't happen. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm almost getting tired of hearing that and people using that mess. You know what I mean?
What? Well, I hear you there, but
Yeah,
still, I can't, I can't just
you
brush that
can't condone
aside.
it. No, I got you. I got
No,
you.
no,
I
no.
mean, look at how they did Mr. C with the I'll go ahead and say it, the transgender. Look at how it's like they're setting cats up with everything, man. I'm just
They
like,
wore Mr. C out.
dog. Did you see the daggone
What?
the video when it was in the when that person was in the car with him? I was like, oh my god.
They wore Mr. C out. Because you gotta
I
remember,
didn't see
back
that one.
then, it wasn't cool for African American men.
To go that route.
Right.
To go that route. Why they putting
But
it out?
hey,
Is my question.
all I mean, all I'm gonna say is, hey, if that's what he likes, and I guess that's what he likes, and
Right.
it is what it is.
That's
I mean, I ain't gonna clown him over that.
no. And it was, as I said before, everything is not for clicks.
Right.
Everything is not for I'm sorry, everyone wants to be Adam Schefter.
Oh, the first reported.
Yeah.
First to report it.
First to report it, yeah.
So now Mr. C could say, hey, I'm bisexual, and no one cares.
I'm not even worried about it, honestly. I
No.
wonder when I came out. I remember when they did that to Eddie Murphy about 20 years ago.
Right.
Then they tried to do it to, well, who was it? It was Eddie Murphy, a few other guys. But like I said, the way they're going at some of these dudes now, there's more to it than what they're saying.
I mean,
like they try to blow this whole DMX thing out the way. And I'm like, dude, we knew he was on drugs. We hate that he OD'd. We just prayed he wouldn't die. But then he had a stroke. Then he was on life support. Then he was he was breathing on his own. And then it's like, we just lost him. You know what I'm saying? That was the pattern I saw on the news.
Yeah, it was a lot of misinformation going around in terms of everything. Like literally, a lot of people were saying he was dead yesterday, and I think
right.
that came from somebody that was near the family. I believe. I can't remember. I think there was some message that got put out there and got deleted. I can't remember who exactly it came from, but I think that sparked a lot of people thinking that he passed away yesterday.
Yeah, because
So that's
when
where
you're
that
in a
came from.
vegetative state, you pretty much are. I hate to say that. But when you brain dead, all they got to do is pull the plug and it's over. So I knew where they was coming from with it, but they was wrong. And they were talking about on radio this morning. Say, yo, give the family time to breathe. Stop faking this. And
Right.
representatives came up and was like, yo, y'all give us a minute. It's not true. He's not dead. That y'all stop that. And I'm with them on that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's their family member. That's that person that they're close to, and we shouldn't take away what we shouldn't torment them with false information. They're trying to
Agreed.
process what's going on.
Agreed.
You know. Hmm.
Agreed.
It's I don't know. I was gonna say that I don't know if you guys heard today with Joe Rogan. Today with Joe Rogan.
I don't keep up with Joe Rogan, so enlighten me.
What do you do now?
Today with Joe Rogan, Spotify deleted like 42 of his episodes. These were interviews that he's done with, the Proud Boys.
Oh.
The Breitbart news editor. Just the more questionable, like some questionable extreme right characters. So I think because they kind of went overboard. Well, like some of his guests, and you don't know how much of it is humor, how much of it, some of that stuff is hate speech. But you got at the end of the day, Spotify is licensing Joe Rogan's material, which is his podcast, for the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 years for like $100 million. So they're basically the owner of it for the next 4 or 5 years. So in any way you look at it, he's not being canceled, but he's being censored.
Censorship is getting real big ever since the situation in January. we was talking about that on Izzy Petty show.
Right.
You know, somebody was like, one of the admins was like, the language was a bit much. And Izzy spoke out. We don't feel like we need to be censored. We got freedom of speech. But I've also said on mine, we're going to cuss, we're going to cut up, we're going to act the fool, but I'm not going to promote hate speech. And I say that because all the social media outlets, everything that I've been a membership of, like apps, frequent flyer miles, hotels, and everything, they're all sending emails talking about we're not going to promote hate speech. We're going to ask for this, we're going to ask for that. So I kind of understood where it was coming from, and they gave everybody that notice.
Right.
Because the stuff that Trump said had everybody going, which can be seen as inciting a riot, and they're going to go through the channels. You're going to be liable for broadcasting them when you could have stopped it, all this and all that. If they're doing him like that, it's getting big. And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. Remember when I told you I wanted to talk to you about sports?
Yes.
Think about MLB pulling the All-Star game from Atlanta.
Listen.
Since we're here in that area.
It's all the way right until you look at the businesses that in Atlanta are predominantly black that are going to be punished. But I think MLB had nothing else to do. The spotlight was on MLB. Okay, you're providing XYZ amount of dollars to, you know, this location, and here's their opportunity to speak out. Because, you know, MLB is not known as a woke league.
Right.
They're not known as that.
I think I did chop it up with y'all about that before, because like I said, Major League Baseball pulling out is big news because Major League Baseball is old money. I think I did.
It is old money.
It's old money. It's old. It's like the oldest sport in the country, I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's old money for them to make a stance. And to me, that stance was quick.
Oh, yes, it was.
They were quiet about a lot of things. When they was like, no, we're going to pull back, I'm like, damn, Georgia's in trouble.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Georgia's in trouble. I guess my man pulled back. I don't know what happened.
He'll be back.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool.
He'll be back. Either that or we scared off Mike a little bit with our hardcore discussion.
Where he went. Yeah, that shocked me. I'm like, damn, that was fast. And Major League,
it was quick, and you didn't expect it from MLB because they're kind of tone deaf.
They kind of stay out of a lot of that.
Yeah.
Compared to the NFL and compared to basketball. And I don't know. I always see baseball as conservative.
Yes.
That's why I thought it was a fast move by them based on the situation. I haven't even finished reading all of that bill. I think I'm about 40 pages in.
If your median age of your customer base is 52 or 53 years old.
But, you know, it's that generation that's acknowledging the problems we've been talking about as well.
Yes.
So I think we're getting somewhere, honestly. I think we're getting somewhere. At least against suppression, oppression, discrimination. I think all of that is going away. It looks like there's a pattern. And I've been saying this since last year. I really think there's a pattern. More need to follow. What's going on at the Masters? Any protests? I saw something on the Masters 2 days ago. I didn't pay full attention. I did, not this week. I didn't get up on the news like I normally do, but something did happen at the Masters. They spoke on something. Somebody said something up there. It was on ESPN too.
Something silly? Something provocative? Something.
No, something. They talked about the voting rights bill. And I didn't catch the whole interview. I was on the phone when they was talking about it. I caught it like outside of my head. They did do something. I want to say about 2 or 3 days ago. So, John, from me to you, man, there was something up there on ESPN, specifically on SportsCenter about 2 or 3 days ago. Somebody did something. Somebody said something at the Masters. I don't know what it was, but they did. Somebody had said something about it. Any protests? There was a protest on the Masters a few years ago because it was the Masters is in Augusta, right? Right. Back when VJ Singing was playing, they had a thing where women wasn't allowed or something that's like that. So I know right. So I know the Masters need to do some type of change. Right. But a lot of what maybe I'm going too far, just drifting on different topics.
No. You're fine. You're fine.
But nice. I think. Damn, what did he say? Some guy said something and it made headlines. One of the announcers said something at the mess and it made headlines. I don't know. I don't know. My bad on that. I kind of lost it.
So, John, do you know what was said? I mean, if you want to come up, you can definitely come up.
Yeah, bring him up, please. I'm still looking at Garcelle's comment, man. That thing hit me so hard. I got my mind going now. That's what made me drift, too, because she opened up my brain when she said that.
Right. But, John, if you want to come up, you're more than welcome to come up.
From being good dads, DMS, to Joe Rogan Baseball, just want to speak. Oh, okay. Good. Thank you. Appreciate you, lady. I thought I was drifting and throwing everybody off. I appreciate her for
that. Thank you so much for joining us.
Okay, he doesn't know. That's why he's asking.
Oh, okay.
All right, John, you cool, man.
We'll research it. We'll definitely research it. Hey, I want to ask you, there's a petition going around on Twitter or on change.org to make LeVar Burton the permanent host of Jeopardy. Because right now, you got a lot of guest hosts that are vying for that position.
Yeah, they're trying to put Aaron Rodgers is going to do a stint. They got Ken Jeopardy up there. I don't know. Between him and Ken Jeopardy, it would have been cool. Ken Jeopardy, he was the biggest winner on the show.
Right.
He did a few days. He gave respect to Alex Trebek. Everybody's going to miss that dude. Everybody's going to respect him. Nobody's going to be Alex, but we don't want the show to go away. LeVar Burton would be dope. I don't have a problem with it. I haven't watched it that much since. You know what, John?
Yes. He does need to wear his Jordy visor. Yes. I want to see LeVar Burton on this season of Picard. John, that's to tell you the truth.
Oh my God, yo, you too much, dog.
He does. I want to see LeVar Burton. I think this season of Picard. I don't know. Are you guys Trekkies?
Yes.
Dude, what did you think of Picard? Did you like it? Was it too slow for you? Was it different?
The first 5 or 6 episodes, to me, the story was good, but the way they were doing it, it felt like they were stretching it. And I've been a Trekkie since the original. I felt like they were stretching it. I like what they were doing. I know what they're doing. You want all of the old characters to come back.
Yes.
You want that. Yes. I know I got to the part where 7 popped up.
7 or 9 popped up. You were feeling that or no?
I'm good with all of them coming back. I'm good with all of them still being alive. I'm good with them carrying the story on. Picard's up there. He's got a mission. He's going to do it. But I didn't make it to where Guinan came back yet. I haven't made that. I didn't make it that far. But I hate to say it as a diehard Trek. I think it might have ran its time, dog. I think it might have ran its time. But we're gonna watch if they do something. I watched I watched the whole first season of Discovery.
Okay.
Discovery was, first of all, the ship was dope. I don't care what nobody say.
First season was great. So wait, how many seasons have you watched?
Of Discovery?
Yes.
Just one. I don't have CBS All Access, but when it came up on demand, I did like a binge marathon on it.
So Picard, I watched all 3 seasons.
There's 3 seasons already of Discovery?
Yes, the 4th one is getting ready to come out shortly.
Are they doing that good?
Last season didn't do that good because guess what? They made it available on over-the-air CBS.
God dang it! Hold on, let me check my damn on demand. Y'all, boy,
they made it available over-the-air CBS.
Discovery. Because I don't have CBS All Access, I just wait for it to pop up on demand. Okay, I gotta pay for season 2. I'll wait.
Ross, how you doing?
Let me see. How can I analyze Star Trek Discovery? The hardest thing was traveling through space at the fastest speed.
Yes.
The way the Discovery jumped was folding space, not necessarily going through time. Petty had a thing for the females having a lead role, which I give her that because they did do that. The Klingons was cool. The new aliens are always excellent to me. You always got to bring a new type of alien race into the Federation. You know what I'm saying? You always got to bring a new one in, and then they're going to change up how the old ones were and everything. I got to watch season 2. But I like what they were doing with Discovery. I'm just glad they didn't get stuck on the other side of the galaxy like the Enterprise did in season 1. Remember when they jumped all the way across there? It was going to take them 75 years to get back.
Yes.
I got to check out season 2. Damn, now y'all
you got to check out season 2 because season 2, I don't want to blow it for you.
You won't.
I don't want to blow it.
Matter of fact, don't even tell me. I'll keep it.
Yeah, because
tell me.
there's other spinoffs that are
coming.
That are coming.
Okay.
Yeah, just watch season 2 and then call me back.
They did a Star Trek movie that didn't make it in theaters that Tuvok was in. Did you ever see that one?
I did not.
It wasn't the best.
Okay.
I see why it didn't make theaters. They tried though.
Did you like the J.J. Abrams reboot versions?
Absolutely. I know cats don't like it, but I'm sorry. That first reboot, when Kirk got on the Enterprise and they had to go against Nero.
Yes.
They can't tell me that wasn't dope.
That was great.
They can't tell me that wasn't dope. The best, and I was telling somebody, the best Star Trek movie to me out of all of them was Into Darkness. That one can't be beat.
Into Darkness was of the 3 that they've come out with since the reboot. I would say definitely Into Darkness.
I got to put that one above all of them.
Really?
Yes. And
I still like.
I've seen it repeatedly. I got to put that above. I put that above Nemesis. I put that above Generations, which Generations was excellent.
Yes.
They do love Insurrection because they love showing Insurrection a lot. And there was just a lot of like superior actors in that movie, like they did Wrath of Khan.
Yes.
But Into Darkness was. The action was good. A lot of Star Trek movies don't have a lot of action. They got a lot of story. Into Darkness had action and story. And great actors, because Benedict Cumberbatch is a beast.
Right. He is.
He is a beast.
I didn't like the third one with Idris Elba. I really didn't like that one too much.
That was kind of cheesy to me, and I had a debate with one of the guys at work. He actually got mad at me like, are you crazy? I said, that was nothing compared to Into Darkness. It really wasn't. Right. When that damn Dreadnought class ship came out of nowhere.
Yes.
I'm like, come on, man. Come on, man. Scotty is a beast. Spock is dope. We're gonna love Beyond because they had to do it for after Spock passed. Yeah. There's only one Spock left. This was the game changer that set a new standard for how you know what? I respect that, John. I have to agree. Just by how much I loved it, I have to agree. But I will say the game changer. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I can't agree. The game changer was the Star Trek with Kirk as a kid. Let me take the one before Into Darkness as the game changer for Star Trek movies. And that was a bigger game changer than the next generation of Star Trek movies to me. Because the next generation, with Generations, First Contact, and Insurrection, I loved First Contact. I love Generations more. They play Insurrection. I got to put that Generations. I put them in order. I got to leave them in order. I got to. But Generations was good. But Into Darkness was a hard one to beat out of every Star Trek movie. And the first one, there was what, 6 or 7 of them?
Yes.
The first original crew, there was a 6. They had Wrath of Khan, and they blew it up so much. Yeah, it was dope. But I was like, damn, okay, I'm tired of seeing it on cable.
You know what I liked about Into Darkness? Because, I mean, for the most part, you saw it in the first one, but how they kind of gave you that new version of Spock.
Yeah, I was good with the new version of Spock. I know a lot of people.
I was really feeling that.
Yeah, and what's his name? Damn, I forgot his real name, but he's playing the part well.
Oh yeah.
And I like the Star Trek when they met up with each other. He told him how to live his life. We could be two places at once, but I'm gonna start a new colony while you carry on who I really am. But then he passed, so now it's just you. Your whole planet's gone.
Yes.
You are an endangered species, so you're a rarity, but you're still carrying it on. I love what he did at the damn Vulcan Science Academy. Though. Oh my God!
Yeah.
He said, "I'm leaving. Your record is not tarnished since I'm not finished. What the hell with all of y'all? We talking about my mama,
man." This is gonna sound cheesy. I did like of the original, The Undiscovered Country. I think it might have been.
You know what? That was deep on science and theology.
Yes.
I agree with you.
Yes. Because it shows you when you look at today. So that's in the future. So, but if you look at today, because that movie came out, I don't know, 25, 30 years ago, and when people have to sit down together and they are different.
I owe you an apology.
Go ahead.
How the hell we start talking about Star Trek?
I don't know. Because
I'm about to get my bottle. Keep talking. I'm getting my drink.
John, or I'm not sure. Someone mentioned about LeVar Burton wearing a Geordie visor. There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
See what you started, man. I'm trying to behave tonight, man.
Nah. I hear you.
Behave tonight. It's on.
But we were sitting there and we were talking, and I really did like The Undiscovered Country.
It was Jeopardy. That's what it was. Now I remember. Yeah. It was Jeopardy with the Geordie visor. Undiscovered Country, it really took on science and theism because Kirk said it. Why does God need a spaceship? Ding. Yes. That was it.
Yes.
That was it. Who else?
John Powell says, it may be an unpopular opinion. I don't like how they handle the Picard show. I think so, John. I think the idea is they want to make the Picard show different because you got to think about it. This version of Picard is 95 years old.
Is he 95?
He's 95 on the show.
Okay.
So he's been retired for, I don't know, 10, 15 years.
I thought it was longer than that.
Maybe longer.
I think it's 20 years, yeah. My fault, I had to get off and fix something. All right, Mike, man. Yo.
Much love, Mike.
Bring him back if you can, bro. I almost want John to jump up here since we're talking Trek now.
But it's like, John, if you want to jump on, let us know.
Please. I don't disagree with what he's saying, but I'm glad, and John, I'm glad you saw what I was saying as far as the new Star Trek before Into Darkness, how it really did set a stage because it changed the whole format of how they're going to do it.
It is a long form of storytelling.
I agree.
Because the Picard show is so much different.
Talk Marvel and we good, but let me get back to fixing what needs to be fixed.
All right, John, you got to invite it up.
Here we go with the Marvel. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what's next with the Marvel movies.
Dude, I saw episode 4 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh my goodness!
Is it dope for real?
For real.
Okay.
It's basically a movie, but sliced up into 6 different parts.
Which is what you're supposed to do. So it's like a soap opera.
Yeah.
They did a soap opera. You know what? And as much as I hated soap operas as a kid, I hate entertainment world for making soap operas the most popular format out right now.
Yes.
Because Power did it, The Shield did it, Sons of Anarchy's doing it, The Mayans is doing it, Snowfall's doing it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Now we love soap operas. That damn R. Kelly. That damn R. Kelly, they're trapped in the closet.
Oh man. John he's coming online.
Now we gotta talk Marvel. God almighty. Yeah, we gotta do late night parents more often. I appreciate you inviting me. I can go all day doing this mess.
Hey, John, how you doing?
Man, I'm always good, man. How you doing?
Oh man, come on.
We got Canada in the house. Oh,
living the dream.
I'm moving my my thing over, so I got a little bangy loud. But hey,
all right.
You know what? It's over.
Where is Regina? Oh, you in Saskatchewan?
Yeah, it's right above North Dakota.
Yeah. Saskatchewan. Okay, I didn't know what it was. What's up, man? How you doing?
Nothing, man. Cheers, fat boy style.
There you go.
Sir.
There you go. Burger King.
Yes,
Burger King.
Get that fatness on, man.
Burger King.
Yes, sir.
Man, you guys talking about Star Trek, man. I had to hang out, man.
Man.
Talking about Star Trek. My man.
Here we go.
We started talking about Star Trek, and that's only because of the comment that was made about Jordan. Jordy. LeVar Burton, and I was just like,
you know what? He was one of the best characters in Next Generation in my book.
Yes.
Him and Data.
Yes.
And what was her face? She's so Counselor Troy.
Yes.
I've seen her at a convention, man. Man, if you guys ain't never seen this woman, like how she really is, man, you guys got to look her up. That woman is hilarious.
I heard she's a beautiful person.
Oh my God, she's so fun. We were at a convention and she was there, right? She was doing the whole Q&A where did people come ask questions and stuff. She had her line up and everything, and right at the beginning of the lineup, she says, "Now I'm gonna warn you guys, don't be funnier than me because that's my job to be funny."
And now I gotta take the Star Trek cruise. Appreciate it, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. People coming up and they keep asking her about the movies and stuff and how she finally got to fly the ship at the end and then it crashed and in the movies and stuff like that. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the scene where Counselor Troy got to be the captain for like 2 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, it was like it was at the very end of one of the Next Generation movies. I just can't remember which one it was.
She captained on the episode. I don't remember her captain in the movie. I gotta think about that. It was she got to be the captain. They're all talking about it, and then the last dude in line come up and says, "Hi, my name's blah blah blah, and I'm with this insurance company. Can you tell me again? Were you wearing your glasses at the time of the ship accident?" The whole place fell out, man. No.
Oh my goodness.
You guys got to look her up. She's funny, man. You got to look her up.
She's one of the diehard characters who will be in any Star Trek spinoff ever. Because she said she hated that Next Generation was over because of how much fun she had. Anytime you do anything Star Trek, she is 100% game. I think her and Jonathan Frakes definitely be in. Brent Spiner will do it, and he is a phenomenal actor because I don't realize how much acting he has done.
Right. So wait, Tony, did you see Picard? Yes or no?
I saw the first 5 or 6 episodes.
So did you see when Jonathan Frakes was in for a specific episode?
I think I did see him on one episode.
Okay.
I think Data made one too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like
Data made one. And Jonathan Frakes comes in at the 10th episode.
Did he?
Yeah. We don't want to blow it for you. You got to watch it.
No,
man, no spoilers. Come on now. You got to earn your knowledge of Star Trek, man.
You got to watch it.
I finished the first season of Discovery. I didn't finish all of Picard. I'm up on all the movies. I'll be honest with you. I haven't watched all of Enterprise, the TV show.
Okay.
That was one of my favorites.
Well, I'm the Next Generation junkie till I die. I've literally recorded the episodes back in the day and used to watch them over and over and over. I watched Star Trek so much, I had people around me watching it. Now, when the BBC reruns, I actually sat for a year and a half.
You're giving people good taste.
Like this.
Yes.
And then I would watch Voyager. Voyager was dope. I'd be here like this. Deep Space Nine is great for syndication. If you've got nothing to do on a Sunday afternoon, I'll be damned if you can't sit back and watch DS9 all day.
Yes.
Though, if you notice, and this is what I was trying to point out in the about the Picard storytelling. So, if you notice, all of it from original series, Next Gen, Deep Space Nine, like all of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even Voyager, all the way up and all the way up to Voyager, they were all the stories they would tell is like in each episode was kind of self-contained. It was kind of a rarity to have a to be continued, right?
Because they were all books. I agree.
Whatever story they were telling was in that episode, right? And not only that, it was a really cool practice. They would put morality lessons and stuff in that episode. Like you would learn moral stuff. Right? And that was really cool. And then they started with Enterprise, doing long form story where it took an entire season to tell one story.
That was with Bakula, Scott Bakula?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then they started, and forgive me, I didn't watch Discovery because I watched like 3 episodes of Discovery and said, to hell with it. I'm not watching this ever again.
Keep going. No, keep going. Keep going.
Season 1 and 2 are good.
Keep going.
Season 3 is like, what the hell is going on?
And
really half of season 2 is like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying with season 1 because I was sitting there like about episode 6 or 7. I'm like, okay, I can't do this shit no more.
Yeah, I'm watching like they brought in the Klingons. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Right.
And I'm done.
Right. The dude damn near died jumping across and everything, and then we're gonna, I don't want to say it to the folks who didn't watch it, but I know what you were saying when you were like, okay, I can't do this no more. But go ahead and finish the season. The storyline gets better.
But see, and that's what somebody else told me. They're like, "Oh man, watch it till season 2. They explain why all the stuff didn't make sense in season 1." I'm like,
yes,
you got shit writing when you got to come back later and say, "Oh, what I really meant was this."
And you got to clean it up.
They cleaned it up. Broke down all of season 1. The last episode of season 1 broke down season 1. The whole season, honestly, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to kill no spoilers, but
I gotta watch it. It's on my list.
Jesus Christ, y'all got me talking Star Trek on the internet.
But yeah, man, and then you watch it come into Picard, and Picard did it like this whole long form storytelling. Man, they took 4 or 5 episodes to tell the story of one day.
Yes, of one day.
Yeah, one day, 4 or 5 episodes. Like, that's crazy to me. You wouldn't get that in Next Gen. Next Gen, you talk 3 episodes, and that's freaking 3 months of time frame for them.
Yes.
You know what kicks my butt more than anything? Do you realize how much Next Generation is talking about right now?
Yep.
A lot of what they did in Next Generation, a lot of what they were saying is happening. The game addiction. Remember that episode?
Mm-hmm.
When the video game was taking over everybody in the whole ship.
Uh-huh.
That's happening right now. I thought about that. I'm like, man, they covered that. It's bananas. Next Generation was the game changer for my generation. I remember when it started. Yeah, you good.
All right.
I can't believe y'all got me doing this. Oh my God, we are going.
Well, I gotta go there then, and I apologize.
No, come on. Hey, I owe you. Don't even apologize. I owe you. Come on.
Yo. They're doing a series with Christopher Pike. They're doing a series with Christopher Pike.
I think I did hear about
Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
I think I did hear about that.
Yes. That's why I say you got to watch half of the season of season 2 because Pike is in it.
How?
The timeline. It's the timeline.
Don't worry about it. I got to figure it out.
It's the timeline. I'm loving
it for you. Ask how.
I already figured it out because I know what Discovery does. I already figured it out.
Supernatural. Nobody stay dead. You gonna ask how somebody come back? Are you kidding me?
It's the timeline. This is so season 2 is before Kirk.
He said nobody dies. We missed the time. He's right. That's why I stopped. I said, you know what? They did jump dimensions. They're right. They did do that.
Yo, they run into Christopher Pike, and you're just like, well, wait a minute.
Dude, we are going to be a meme if we keep this shit up. Do y'all know this? Nobody does this on the internet, bro. We may be game changers for real. Now we're going to be
I'm going to get y'all a little bit upset here. Here you go.
Go ahead.
Oh,
autographed by James T. Kirk.
Wow.
Broadcast over, man. I'll talk to y'all later. God bless.
Yeah, I'm done.
and
later.
And it's Bluetooth. I can take phone calls on this stupid thing.
Oh my God. That's great.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Imagine my stupid ass going down through the grocery store. I get a phone call, and I'm like,
"You was to whip that out." I would cop all my
talk to me.
I love all the groceries. I wouldn't even tell them clean up on aisle 6. Y'all get this shit. I'm done for my life.
Yo, I love it.
Hey, I've been to Vegas. The first time I went to Vegas was 2000. The Hilton on the Boulevard had a Star Trek exhibit downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who was any type of Star Trek junkie, I wish I could have video recorded it. As a fan, I'm going to say this on the internet. God, I'm going to get it. As a fan, when I saw the whole exhibit, I fell down to one knee because I couldn't believe it. They had a cafeteria that was set up like the bridge.
What?
Then they had a
Wow.
gift store that had every uniform up for sale. I almost went to the crap table to try to go make some money to go get it. And I mean every uniform from the original all the way up to DS9. Because I think DS9 was the only one that was out by 2000. No, Voyager was out in 2000.
Okay.
So they had all the uniforms. They had a painted portrait with every flagship on it. Dog. Any Star Trek junkie would have lost their mind up in there.
Wow.
That place did something to me. I was going to buy the damn jacket. I was going to buy a uniform. I'm like, that's a Halloween costume right there. I'm going to spend $700 on this costume. I'm going to wear it for 10 years. I don't care. You know what I was going to do?
I'm going to get my ass sewn up in this thing.
Yes.
Yeah. I was going to do the Jordy visor too. I really was. I was going to do it. My homeboy, he already did it last year. He gets Halloween. I'm like, damn it.
I'm going to blow you guys' minds here. I bet you never heard of this. I'm going to post it up in the chat so everybody can see it.
Okay.
It's the Vulcan Tourism and Trek Station Museum in Canada.
What?
Yes. In Canada, there's a whole museum.
That is, you know what? You said you're above South Dakota, right?
Yes, sir. Yep. Right. I'm about 6 hours north of the border driving.
About 25 years ago, I remember I saw a story. They got a camp. I think it said Montana or Minnesota. They got a Klingon camp.
Oh,
you learn Klingon.
I'd do that, man.
They got like a little camp where they do all Klingon the whole time. I'm like, you know what? I draw the line right damn there.
Man, you could do, and I mean, it's a little bit off topic, but it's the same line of thought. You could do, man, successful businesses all the time with stuff like this. There's a guy in England, I think it was England, right in the England-ish area. He had money, I guess, and he bought an old one of those mental hospitals, like from like the 1950s. You know, like
I already know where you're going. I already know where you're going.
Go ahead.
Yeah. He went and bought this, and then he started hiring actors to dress up as zombies. And you get to pay to go in there with paintball guns and shoot zombies and shit in this place.
That's a lucrative business, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. There's a business here where I live. It's called the Rage Room. They go and get like shit furniture that people throw away, whatever, fill it in a room, and you go drop $50, and you go in there and you just fucking rage and tear that room apart, smash the chair against the wall, whatever you want to do, and you let it out for like $50, and you're done. It's called the Rage Room.
That's therapeutic. I like that.
And dude, it's super. Especially now, it's successful, man. You know, people fighting with their spouses and stuff, man. They go down there, throw down $50, and destroy the place, man.
Wait a minute. Hold on. John, you have got to come up here just because of that. That's number 2. You got to get on here.
I invited John.
Sounds like the holodeck. I like this dude already.
Yo.
That's another John. It's like Inception.
He went over to
John's here.
He went to Quark's holodeck for a second.
Oh my God.
I can't believe we're talking Star Trek. Oh my God.
What the fuck does Canada have to do with Star Trek?
That's funny. He just showed you. It's right there on the screen.
Yo. So do you guys think there's going to be a part 4, or that's just never going to happen?
Dude, I don't know, man. Like, dude, movie production now is a joke, dude.
Yeah,
they're not really making movies like they were, and even when they did, the launch dates are being pushed all the time.
They got to because of COVID.
So
they almost didn't make that last Star Trek movie because I think there was something going on with Chris Pine's contract.
Yeah.
And then he got in trouble down in Australia. So what shocked me was that they even did make it with him in it. But Chris Pine, now I see what's going on with him because he's doing the Wonder Woman thing too.
Yeah.
So I give him that.
So what happened to him? What happened?
He had gotten in trouble down there in Australia with something. I'd have to pull that story up. But
okay.
I guess it was kind of a cover, in my opinion, to where he could do the Wonder Woman movies. So now he could probably jump back into a Star Trek movie. But the question I would have with Star Trek is, what else could we do? They went to Star Trek Beyond. They went outside of Federation space,
right?
Which is something that doesn't really get done.
You got to time travel again, and we got to bring William Shatner on there.
No, William Shatner's done. He's not doing no more. He said that.
No, he's done. And you know what?
He's done. Most of the original cast is gone. So
that man is super rude in real life. That man is
arrogant. I've heard that. I've heard that.
Yep.
John, I've heard that.
George Takei says that all the time. They didn't get along. Most of the cast don't like that dude, but he's the face of the damn Star Trek. He was the face of it.
It was a shame, dude. Like, I don't know, man. I when I met him, I'm like, for 5 seconds, I met the guy. And, you know, he's one of those people. It's just like, in 5 seconds, I already know. Like, if I got to spend any time with you, I'm gonna punch you in the mouth.
I heard he was bad, bro. I heard he was bad for real.
Wow.
And I think Generations was his last Star Trek run.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was his last one. He wasn't going to do anymore. Now he got them Priceline commercials, which are funny as hell. I don't care what nobody.
Though, you know,
I don't know what else they would do. I don't know what else they could do. I know if I'll go ahead and say it. I haven't told too many people. If I was to get rich and had an opportunity to make a movie, I was going to make a Star Trek movie. I never told anybody about it. Remember I told you my son graduated with film production?
Mm-hmm.
I got his movie in my head already.
There you go.
I got it already.
There you go.
Now, he's probably going to do his own thing, so I can go ahead and throw it out there. I wanted to do a Star Trek movie, and it was going to be called Starfleet Special Forces.
Okay.
What they were going to be was like a Starfleet Special Force, like a Delta Squad or Green Berets or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But whenever they went anywhere, they went in those Class 6 probes that Worf's baby's mama took to get to the ship that one time. Yeah, I had a whole thing in my head. They was going to use them. They was going to go somewhere, meet Enterprise. When you picked up, they had a specific mission. It was going to be a mess. I just haven't finished the script in my head, but I got a whole lot of it planned out. And I want to use the next generation graphics. I don't want to do no new shit, which is going to get me in trouble because, you know, every time you do a Star Trek, you got to change the graphics up a whole lot. The CGI has got to improve. Appreciate it, John. This idea has been in my head for 20 years. I'm not going to lie to you. Starfleet Special Forces.
Wow.
I got the trailer in my head, all that. I just cannot finish the whole script out. I got the trailer set. I got a scene here. I got an argument there. I got the beef over here. I just can't finish the whole damn story. Because, you know, when you do Star Trek, you cannot mess it up.
No,
you can't.
Even then, dude, even if it's Star Trek, man. There's so many writers out there that's worked on. What is it, like 100-something different authors been working on Star Trek for 50 years?
Yes,
yeah.
Like
books,
like
movies,
even if you only had the outline,
yeah.
Like if you just had the outline, man, you could take the outline and say, "Hey, we're doing this," and then they'll bring in 2 or 3 other writers to help plug in the rest of the holes.
I need them. I got it started. I just can't finish it.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Just do some research, man. Figure out where to go with it, and just say, "Hey, here you go. Let's do this." Well, here's the outline. We just got to put in pieces.
You can do the research. The originality is the hardest part to me because we got to create new uniforms.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We got to create a new design inside the Enterprise. The Enterprise is never as big as it was in Star Trek with Chris Pine.
Okay.
Engineering was never that large.
No.
We never saw water lines anywhere. I can't believe we are 35 minutes into talking about some damn Star Trek. This is trippy. This is an international Star Trek conversation. Fuck it. We're icons now. Listen.
There you go.
We got all the races. I don't even necessarily want to bring it. No, I was going to bring in a new race. Matter of fact, I take that back. I was going to bring back an old race. The reason why, absolutely, Mike. You know what? Damn it, you on the crew now. Jesus Christ. Y'all see what y'all, Ted, this is your fault, bro.
And man, you got to throw it back, too. John, you got to throw it back, man. You got to. Like, if you're going to have the grunts that are down there learning to fight on the ground and breaking each other's arms and shit, they're all wearing red shirts. All of them.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what we also got to do? This is what we got to do. We got to change up. The Special Forces came because there was going to be a new battle against the Jem'Hadar. That's what I was going to do.
Man, that's a throwback, isn't it? I hadn't heard heard that name since Star Trek Live, man. Star Trek Online.
Which captain has not been in any of the movies?
Janeway.
Nope.
Oh, she's been in the movies.
She has.
She's been in the movies.
She's been in the movies. But guess who hasn't been in the movies? And that's going to be one of the problems that I have. I got to get
Hawk?
that captain back in.
Hawk?
Nope. Yeah, Hawk. Captain Sisko.
Hawk.
Hey, you know what would be a cool idea?
What's up?
Kind of like this idea, like I've been tinkering with for years for James Bond, right? Kind of a similar idea. I had a thought that a cool James Bond movie would be to have the new person train as James Bond, but they have to learn from every other James Bond that's ever been. That each one of these old people have to come in and train the new guy, right? What if you did that? What if you had to have all the old captains come in and they all had to train up the new captain?
Because every new captain has been their own person.
True, but they had to learn what was the whole thing? They had to learn the Picard maneuver and stuff like they had to learn from the previous captains.
That's the history of Starfleet, and I give you that.
So, John, I just want to piggyback off of what you were saying. There's an existential threat out there, and the new captain or incoming captain has to learn from the old ones.
Yes,
right.
Every last one.
So you pull them up on the screen, and you have like a large Zoom session. With them. I'm with you.
Yeah, man, and you got to bring them back, and you got to like have them relive each of their glory days through the thing, and you got to make the new person learn, and then they got to make their own thing based on what they learn, right?
Because they got to be themselves. You can never be the previous captain. There's no way to evolve to do that. This dude, John, is a trip. This is hilarious. This is ridiculous, but I love it because we haven't even started talking Star Wars yet.
I mean, but
listen, man, don't even start a Star Wars day.
Listen,
I
prefer talking about Star Trek, Star Wars, parenting, rather than talking about packing the courts, COVID, all that crazy stuff that's just been beat up constantly on
social media
news.
Social media.
Let's be fair, man. Everybody talks that other COVID shit to death, man. We're all tired of it, man. It's time to talk about stuff fun like Star Trek and Star Wars.
I'm an advocate of COVID awareness because I've always said ever since I got on this app about 3-4 months ago, the one thing that we all have in common is what's going on with COVID. I always check with people on this and check with people on that.
Yeah.
So I've got it titled on my profile. I'm here to chat and chill. That's what we do. Right. So I talk about anything, and I drift. Ted has had me on. You missed me last week. I was in.
He's in rare form.
I was gone, but this is what we need to do up here. To have the great conversations, to bring the facts, to cover whatever's going on, and definitively to see any and everybody's aspect on anything. Right. I love it. So y'all forgive me if I drift. All of you up here who don't know me, I'm crazy. I'm bananas. I ain't even drunk yet, and I got to work in the morning. But I got about so we're gonna keep it going.
I was actually thinking today something about hanging out with y'all two on the podcast, on this little podcast broadcast, whatever the hell it is.
Yes.
It got me thinking today. Recently, I don't know if you guys seen this or not. There's the whole thing on Facebook, YouTube, where guys will sit on the opposite side of tables and they'll tell cheesy dad jokes to each other.
Yeah.
And the other guy's got to not laugh. And if he laughs, then the points and stuff. Man, what if we did that shit up here on Haps?
I would lose.
You would lose.
I would lose. I don't know none of you all's comedy. And if I'm drunk enough, I'm going to laugh because I'm going to stop caring. But you know what? They've been doing that for about a year. And you got some good ones. There's some good ones up there, dog.
Yeah, there are.
They got some great jokes. They got some low-down jokes, but I know what you're talking about.
Well, they got some inside jokes too, like jokes about the people they work with. Like nobody would get it, right?
Yeah,
like
right.
Because there's a girl Sheila or something or Day Day or whatever that works there. Like who did that, right? Like, but how cool would that be, man? Get like 8 people up on the stream and everybody doing dad jokes back and forth to see who laughs and somebody keep it going.
I think that would be great.
I'm not good at those jokes, and I would laugh.
I think that would be great.
I think it'd be an awesome idea, man.
You know, that's something. I don't know if we do it ourselves or you include the Peters and the Pablos, so you can get that spotlight.
Get them. I'm game. If
get everybody out, whatever, man. We do everybody. Do it on a Sunday or something. Let everybody get the laughs in before Monday come in.
We're gonna do some more Star Trek conversations. Watch how many people jump up on that shit. Just broadcast one day. Hashtag is Star Trek. I bet you we get 1,000 folks.
Yes.
It'll really be on.
There it is.
You're right.
There it is.
Right. I got my backup bottle all ready for tomorrow night. Y'all,
You got more Trekkies out there than you would even imagine.
Trekkies and Star Wars people, and I watch both.
There you go. Yeah.
I watched both. The last trilogy, I was just like,
yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's kind of predictable, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Since it's been a couple of years, especially since the last one, I thought they were cousins.
I thought there was some relation, and it was just kind of like, okay, it's starting to get cringy.
Yes, I thought they were cousins. There was nothing saying that they weren't. They were entirely too linked. Mark Hamill had his couple of comedic moments. Leia passed. I loved how they threw her in the movie, by the way. That was classic.
Equal opportunity dad joke material.
Yeah, this is hilarious. This is a great late night parent, bro. I think you got something here.
Man, let me tell you.
I'm telling you, I think we got something, man. I think we can do this dad joke thing and talk about whatever. I'm telling you, I think this will get it, man.
I usually take this live stream and then turn it into just an audio only podcast also.
Oh, that's cool.
And drifted, bro. I don't know how you're going to edit this one.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. It's trust me. It's what, because you dropped the F-bomb? I mean, who cares about that?
Fine. I changed topics. We started with Jeopardy and went to Star Trek. And
man, and that's where it got really good. What were you guys' thoughts on Mandalorian?
I haven't watched season 2.
I haven't watched it.
I watched season 1. Can I be honest?
I haven't watched nothing.
The hype was dope.
There's a hype train.
The season ending was good. They are, you know how John said we are Star Trek geeks?
Yes.
You have got to be a Star Wars geek to have been so in love with that show with the hype it had behind it.
Yeah.
It was slow. I was good with it. And I guess not yet. I'm not there yet. I got to watch season 2. I haven't watched season 2 yet. I haven't been paying attention to Star for the last 4 to 5 years, but I loved it before then. If you are up on the movies, you good, John. Just so you know.
Yeah.
If you're up on the movies, you good. And honestly, I will say that as an old school Trekkie, if you haven't been on Picard or you haven't been on Discovery, we need Picard because we miss Next Generation. Discovery is the new generation Star for what's probably coming. And if you're up on the movies, you're golden.
I couldn't get behind Discovery, but you guys got to watch Enterprise, man. It's worth a watch. That first season might be a little bit slow to build up. It gets good by the end.
It was slower than Deep Space Nine. Are you serious?
Oh, you are not kidding.
It was slower than Deep Space Nine. I'm not mad.
But that build-up, though, man, the build-up matters because it makes you care about the characters.
Yeah, because the Andorians were good. The Andorians finally had some time on Star Trek. I give you.
Right. It made you care. Like, why do I care about the little blue guy, and why do I care about why he's mad, right? Like, the build-up was slow, but you needed it, right? Like,
well, the truth was that was the beginning of the Federation. So I'm not mad about that. And I respect them for showing the origin. That was the whole purpose of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, original and Next Generation were great. Next Generation was I remember day one of Next Generation. I think I may have missed one episode ever in all the years that I've watched and recorded Next Generation. And I still don't even know what the hell episode that was.
Hey,
I've seen them all.
Good news is now you can stream it.
Right.
I know. I just want to veer for 1 second. I want to veer for 1 second and say this.
Talk to
Mandalorian. Episodes are less than 30 minutes long. Okay?
I thought they were long.
8 episodes per season.
Right.
And I'll say, cut to the chase. Season 2, episode 5, and season 2, episode 8. The last
Don't tell me.
5 minutes of it.
Don't tell me. I got it.
That's it.
Plus,
if you watch those 2 episodes, so that's an hour. Let's just say you watch both full episodes. That's an hour of TV watching. You'll appreciate it.
Because I heard this season was good.
Yes. Those 2 episodes stand out the best. I can say episode 4 and 5, and then 8. Okay. You'll be like your jaw will hit the floor.
Because like that first season, I think it was episode 3 and 4 that was kind of like And then afterwards it got kind of good. And like I said, I'm not mad at what they're doing with Star Wars Carrier because you've got diehards.
Yeah.
Those of us who were from the 70s, and I was born in the 70s, I remember Star Wars starting. But, if we're a diehard, we're going to watch it. Like I said, a bunch of you probably don't remember, there was a Star Trek movie that Tuvok was in that never made it to theaters. I saw it on a bootleg, and it was not good.
But to be fair, though, they repeated a lot of characters. There's a lot of characters you could watch. Like there was an alien here, and then later there was a crew member here, and happened a lot of times.
Oh yeah. But like I said, I gotta carry that script out that I had in my head. Like I just can't finish.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I don't have the budget. I don't have the cinematography. I don't have the CGI. I don't have the people. Oh my god!
All you have to do is just write it. Write it.
It'll take me a month.
There you go.
It would take
got a little bit of juice in it. Got a little bit of juice and charge in it. Here we go. Let's see.
This dude
make some noise, man. It's hard to hold both of these things.
The tricorder, B.
Come on, open up. Come on. Oh, it's hard to hold both these things so you guys can hear it. Hang on.
This guy's hilarious. No.
There you go.
No. I had a flashback when I heard it.
There you go.
No.
McCoy here.
Ah.
Spock here.
I'm going to need you to stay off of eBay forever from now on.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. You probably won't be able to see it too well.
Come back a little bit.
The little thing spins, man.
Come back a little bit. I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Yes.
I see it. Yeah.
Oh man.
You are worse than me forever.
Scotty here, Captain.
Sorry, no, I gotta share. Like it's a Bluetooth communicator. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna find this guy online.
Does it work for real?
Yeah, it works for real.
Okay, I got it. So you know what?
So good, man. So good. Let me find it.
Bluetooth up here. This show is over. This dude said he got a Mr. T keychain like that. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You see?
You know what? I'm starting to have Star Trek trivia in my head messing with you two. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. You know what? Well, it's going to pull it up for Canada for me. But whatever. You guys can find it in whatever country you're in. I'll link it up for everybody.
I'm not buying that because I cannot walk around in the streets of life and wear that on my hip. People will jump me.
Put it in your pocket.
They will hear it. They will hear it.
No, dude. No, you don't have to. So when you want to use it to get a reaction, then you pop that bitch out, open it up, and you talk.
What we are going through right now are the trials and tribulations of people you meet on social media.
Yeah, man.
You hooking it up for real too, aren't you, John?
No, I already looked it up.
Okay.
It's already done.
Oh my God. I am not going to buy that. Leave me the hell alone.
Yes, you are.
You know what's funny? What's funny is you can get the Next Generation pin where you tap it and talk to somebody.
I've seen it. I wasn't going to bring it up. Thank you. Way to go. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Now I will say that the Next Generation pen, when you tap it, it's got garbage audio. It's not very good, and if you're in a room with other people, you're not going to hear shit.
Somebody's going to watch this video and they're going to upgrade it, and it's going to be on Wish next month. Thanks, John.
Yeah.
It's going to be on Wish next month, and I got Wish points. Watch me buy it.
There you go. So yeah, you guys can see that the picture on the thing, and mine. I got William Shatner autograph in the base of it.
I'm really done. Wow. It's only been an hour of our lives. You know that, right? This dude is too much.
This is great.
Okay.
Man, you talking about,
I'm about to do my Star Trek junkie mode.
I tell you what, though,
give me 1 second. Do any of you realize that they actually showed a map of how much Federation space really is in this galaxy? On
yeah.
This generation. What episode was it?
Oh,
Yeah, now I got the message you says you're gonna bring up tricorders and show me that I could buy it off of Amazon. Oh, this dude changed the picture. I'm not doing this tonight, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, we will never live tonight down. Oh, Jesus.
Yo, this is great.
We will never live tonight down. This is what happens when you're in quarantine too long.
I tell you what, though, man. Out of all the conventions I've been to, the 3 coolest people that I met are Ray Park, who played Darth Maul.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Cool guy, man.
Who else did he play? What other movie was he in?
He was in G.I. Joe's as Snake Eyes.
What else?
Um,
This is what happens when you get me going too long. This is what happens. You know who he was?
Who?
He's Frog in X-Men.
yeah, he was Frog in X-Men too.
Frog in X-Men.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But man, solid guy. Hang on. I'm about to really mess you up.
You're really messing me up being in Saskatchewan with the beach behind you. There's no beach in Saskatchewan that I know of.
Oh no. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Autographed by Mr. Ray Park.
I'm closing my
Wow.
computer tonight.
Autographed by Mr. Ray Park on both ends of the lightsaber.
That's crazy.
But don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it. I got Luke Skywalker's lightsaber signed in the other room.
Wow.
We will never live tonight down. You do know that, right?
Yeah.
We will never live tonight.
Okay,
This is what quarantine does to you. That's why they're lifting the mask mandates across the country. So motherfuckers like us can get the hell out the house.
So Ray Park is an awesome human being, one of the best people I've ever met. Oh God, what's his name? Fucking Aquaman.
Jason Momoa.
Man, that's the guy you want to hang out with.
I heard that.
You want to get drinks with that man. That man is cool. Man, that guy is cooler than the other side of the pillow.
I heard that. R.I.P.
And then see, I'm getting tired, man. It's been a long day. But what's his name that played? Oh, he played Chuck in the TV show Chuck. If you haven't seen it, best show ever made.
Never saw Chuck.
Chuck, you got to watch Chuck.
NBC show, right?
Yeah,
I remember seeing that.
yeah. Chuck, and he played Kazam. Kazam.
Kazam?
Yeah,
in Shaq's movie.
No,
it
Shazam.
wasn't Shaq.
Shazam, not Shaq's movie. I'm talking about Shazam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm brain dead, man. It's been a long day.
You're talking about Jamon Hunsu.
No, I'm talking about Shazam, dude.
Mark Strong. Was he in Sherlock Holmes too?
I don't think so. He did guest star. Zachary Levi, that's his name.
Oh, I know that name. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, one of the best guys ever.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, such a cool guy, man. Such a cool guy.
Okay.
Hey.
That Nathan Fillion, but everybody, like Nathan Fillion's a Canadian gem, and everybody knows he's awesome. Everybody.
Right.
You gonna cast a movie, you put in Nathan Fillion, you'll get fans in the stands, and you'll have a good time hanging out with the guy.
That's what's up.
Oh my goodness. Hey guys, getting ready to shut this thing down.
Got you, bro. Appreciate the night, man, as always, for real.
All right, and definitely we'll invite you. You guys are always invited back to next week's version of Friday night version.
I hate you, John. I heard that.
I heard that. You guys be well.
You too, man. Appreciate you as always, man. Everybody
Have a
up
good night,
there,
fellas.